Okay, it's all there. We're live on YouTube.
All right.
So there we go. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook, so we can do all our sharing. Welcome everybody to our holiday party. We are in studio today.
Yes.
Everybody's in studio. We're recording it. We're going YouTube live, Facebook live. But we got CT
for our Christmas holiday edition of.
So we have to come up. What do we?
We're going to figure out for what our bourbon of the year is. So we're going to be tasting a few bourbons
to figure out what our entries are for the Bourbon of the Year podcast. That's what we're going to be doing on this holiday podcast. Tonight is our holiday Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Now, for microphones.
Annual Christmas party.
So this is your microphone on the podcast. This is the microphone. Now, if you see another one, wait, was it hanging out on a cord? I think it is.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Turn it. Make sure that's green.
Yep.
Okay, so that is our YouTube microphones. Okay, if it's got a green light,
no,
just push on the. There's a little button to push.
I think the one has a button, the other one doesn't.
Nope, they both have buttons.
Oh, there it is.
Here. Yep, it's green.
All right,
cool. So just set it wherever. It doesn't matter if it's like. Yep, that's fine too. So those are our YouTube microphones, and this is our Facebook Live microphone. So the Yetis pick up everything. That's the one thing that I've noticed when we're talking. It's hard. And then we'll start the podcast in a couple minutes. How do we look on you? You guys are going to monitor the Facebook comments for me?
Yeah, I'm sharing to the groups right now, so you guys check that out.
How do we look? Well, I don't have a matching sweater, nor do you, Andy. So we are not.
I think this podcast
not wearing matching sweaters like you two.
So Andy has been on the podcast enough. So we almost had a nickname for him, but I don't think we got his nickname. I mean, we got to come up with the nickname today, and it's got to be cool because I think he's the coolest guy that, we're pretty much, you're close, CT. You got the looks, but you're also, your personality is just a little dorkish to be cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Because you're so nice. I mean, if you look at Andy over there, it's just, look, he's even got his arm up against the thing. He's leaning, hand in, it's just utter coolness, right? Yeah. I mean, we got 00 Kate and El Presidente, but I mean, we got to come up with a nickname for Andy. I mean, there's got to be one. And throughout this podcast, what?
Lumberjack.
Oh, there's a couple other Jacks you could be, but yeah. Applejack.
He's almost like the whiskey guard. Yeah. I mean, he's like always guarding over us.
Oh yeah, he keeps us in line.
Yeah.
He's got it, and CT, you probably would have had what, 3-4 tickets that you got out of because Andy's with you all the time.
Not yet. He drives faster than I do, so.
Oh,
just when I find the speed limit.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, YouTube camera, Facebook, and recording camera. So we got 2 cameras that you can keep looking at. I normally am trying to look at the screen down there, but this should make it easy tonight of where we're looking because, so we got I'm going to check YouTube real quick before we get going and start this podcast, but it's our holiday podcast. We got a goal, but at the same time, we did our gift exchange this morning. And then also we did our. I'm just gonna make sure YouTube is
share it to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys already.
I haven't shared at all, so you share. Just share away. I'm gonna just check YouTube Live just to make sure that's working. It should say we are live. Let's hit that. I'll put the right. Okay, so there we go on YouTube. If you look, you can see that right there, right?
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Right? Oh, there it goes.
Looking good.
No, you're there. Okay, so we got that on YouTube. We got chat. Okay, Tater Dom, man. Tater Dom is our first YouTube consistent follower. Thank you for following us. He's been on many times. He's kind of gets it. So it's kind of good to find your first live YouTube guy. That's, what would you say? He's definitely a Scotchy Bourbon Boy, part of the group. And so it's kind of cool to see that. And he'll chat throughout. But
yeah, thanks for following.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I don't know what kind of 11, 12 o'clock on a Friday, what kind of
well, I would think most people are like ready to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Probably ready to not be working. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, we're definitely not working. Look, Nash, we got our celebration of 4 years of
4
friendship.
years ago.
Yep,
Absolutely.
yep. And then Brad's down there. I mean, we're going to be going tomorrow after we finish up with your guys' house. We're going down to Revival. We've got a hotel room in the Covington Hotel, which Brad said is the best hotel. And so we got a room there. But then we're going to be hanging out at Revival till 9 o'clock with Brad. Hopefully, I mean, what is that?
It's a Weller.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's an old Weller bottle.
That's more than a half gallon, too, isn't it?
Wow.
That's some sort of like
it came with like a case. It's held in like a wooden bracket.
Oh my God!
That's like a gallon.
Is that the
bottle.
pour? I'm hoping for that pour. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I think he's got it on for this weekend for $25 a pour.
That's
so
awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yep. And then you got Chris doing yep. All right. So I'm gonna quick check. I'll get in on that on the Facebook so I can monitor comments too. We'll all monitor the comments, but yeah, we've got a decent amount of people, that are there at the moment. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'll put it behind the C923, see what that works. Okay. So you're still sharing right there.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Nash to finish sharing.
Well, you can talk about what we're doing a little bit while Nash is doing that.
Yeah,
I'm just about done.
So we got like I said, it's Andy, but it's the guard. We'll come up with it. We got to come up with it.
We'll get him a name.
Yeah, cool. It's got to be cool. Like you. I honestly, CT, it's like
it's Snoop.
Well, people are starting when I'm down. I'm like, Chris, they're like, I'm like CT. And they're like, oh, CT. So it's starting to catch on. Have you ever been CT?
Yeah.
Before that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it just made sense.
Yeah.
I was tiny before that too. So this is when I was,
Have you ever really been tiny?
I'm still, I own Tiny better than most people have owned Tiny as far as.
I have to give you that.
Roxy is watching. So,
hey,
that's
Roxy.
good. It's good that you can watch.
Yeah.
She's upstairs.
Wish you were
She's not
here.
feeling bad. She's not. She's feeling bad, and
hope you get to feeling better.
I want that so much. I mean, this has just been. And then we gotta say, Whiskey was supposed to be here this morning. Woke up with a bad cough. He's been on and off. My wife's been on and off, and it turns into this cough. And so we've got, she's upstairs quarantined, and so is Whiskey. So their actual. Their picks have been made for their entry into this afternoon's Bourbon of the Year podcast. It's Bomburgers. No, not Bomburgers. It's
Yeah. Carl picked Bomburgers.
Who's Carl?
I mean, Whiskey
picked Bomburgers, and Roxy picked the Ocean's Voyage 29, the weeded voyage.
Yeah.
Which it would have, if she didn't pick it, I probably would have had it as my two. So I was happy. And initially she had a couple other ones that she was going to, but because they've made their decisions based off of, not being able to be here. So that's kind of cool,
So yeah,
overall.
So we got those two right out of the gate, and then there was a lot of good bottles this year, so it was hard to come up with.
It sure was.
Just like the Bookers.
But it was hard because now we'll go over it, but it was hard because I want to get this, the audio rolling before we start getting into the details. But I felt there were a lot of good bottles, but I didn't think there was a lot of great bottles like that just separated themselves from the good ones. It was very hard to pick. And Greg Schneider's watching. I would definitely.
Cheers, Greg.
If a single barrel was allowed to be in there, or a finished bourbon, there would be a chicken cock whiskey in bourbon in this year's, but it has to be 100% bourbon. And there we go. Yeah. Oh, I can handle that chair. Yeah. It's like, it's comfortable. It's perfect. You know what? I'm just gonna say something. If you look at this screen here, are you a midget?
No.
Yeah, no. I think you're a little person. Look at that back there. There's me and CT.
Nash has a problem with chairs.
I think Nash is like 5.
Give me that cushion off that chair.
Are you 5'6"?
It's already on it.
Hey, just so you know, Andy, no, it would have to be like a double telephone book of yesteryear to get him up there.
That's
He's stealing the cushion now. You make him untie shit. Yeah, he's doing it. All right. Greg says cheers.
hey,
Like I said, that even the cask that I tried, that I'll let you try, the Kevin Kistner, I believe is his name. That particular
sure it wasn't Kevin Costner.
no, it's Kevin
You're
Kistner.
making him
That
look
golfing
Yeah.
that pour is fantastic. It's a fantastic pour. I think next year with Greg's chicken cock, just his straight bourbon, and I'm excited because when
that was.
what the heck just happened? Okay, come on.
Here we go.
Are we plugged
All
in?
right,
And
let's
everything?
Here we
try
go,
this.
buddy.
We're charging. Everything's
He's
good.
gonna slide off of
What
it
about
now.
that phone
Feel
book?
like a sled.
Yeah. Look at it. Still doesn't do.
How about
shit.
that?
Hey,
Is that working better now?
baby?
Hey, wait. Can I see your ID? Are you old enough to be sitting on this panel? You're so little. Anyways, all right. So, but
Maybe
you know,
change
I
my
think
name to Tiny.
I think next year's, like I said, is going to be just. It's going to be fantastic for Chicken Cock. That is when
Absolutely.
those barrels
so.
that he made the staves starts going into those just their standard, and that will be the signature chicken cock bourbon. And I noticed the distillate went in this year, but that was just under the regular barrels. Next year are the the barrels that he's so involved with making, and I look forward to that.
And also
2024, it could be a bourbon. It's going to be a contestant, in my opinion.
Right, and keep in mind that the bottles that are up here are the bottles that we have acquired. There are other bottles that did not get in our top because we didn't find them.
Yeah.
You know, the bottle that received a lot of praise throughout the last part of the year is the Maker's Mark Cellar, and we weren't lucky enough to get it.
Although
I got a bottle, but I didn't bring it up.
Right.
You know,
well, but we tasted it.
Yeah.
We all tasted it at
we-
Bourbon Festival. It was good, but I didn't think. Well, honestly, I didn't chase it. I didn't try and stay because I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was anything exceptionally exceptional.
Yeah, and that's why it didn't make it into one of my picks. Because I didn't think it was quite as exceptional as the two that I brought up.
Yeah.
That I picked.
And it was rough to do. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was just so many that came out this year, and
Baker's 13. I mean,
and for, luckily, and I was fortunate enough, like I say, to acquire quite a few bottles this year and taste, and that's what really made it hard choice for me. And I know you guys acquired some that I didn't too. So this is going to be quite interesting and fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got a lot represented, and we'll go over the rules. But we're going to start the recording.
Oh, now he wants to set rules.
Well, we all know the rules. You guys were asking, but we'll go over them specific for the podcast. Okay, so we're going to start recording right now. You're going to get a 30-second spot that only I can hear. And it is for Alan Bishop and his One Piece at a Time distilling YouTube channel. And it's Alan has been such a fantastic, he's been such a fantastic supporter of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. If a single barrel could have made it in, I would have picked our William Dalton. That would have been one of the barrels of Bourbon of the Year because it is fantastic. There's a couple other things that he produced. There's the brandy that he produced that hazmat. What was it? It's the I never know how to say it.
The Henderson Falls was real good.
The Lost River was
good. And then also the Charles Ballard. I think that would have made it. That's right up there with Preservation's rare perfection. 15. That really was a fantastic pour, but it doesn't qualify for the rules of the Bourbon of the Year. That I don't know how all of a sudden I decided to have rules, because before that there weren't a lot of rules. I mean, we had one year we had Little Book win it, and it wasn't even close to it's like so. But now that this is our 5th holiday podcast. And now that we're 5 years in, 5 times into it, I think we're a little bit more serious. So we're going to set the tone. Maybe someday we'll be giving out awards, but for right now, it's the Bourbon of the Year, and we're going to get started with that right now.
knock over the bottles.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, it's all sunshine, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, raising some hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We're here to have fun. We hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun. Yeah.
All right.
We're live in studio with Tiny.
We are three wild and crazy guys.
We are today. It's noon, and we're like
Nash.
3-4 pours into it, and we got a bunch of pours. Plus, then we gotta eat some lunch, and then come back, do another podcast, and then do a Christmas party. So we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all Scotchy Bourbon Boys things. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Spotify,
and X, and then all the major
media,
podcast
media,
all the major podcast formats, and you can save Spotify now.
Spotify,
Also
iHeartRadio,
and Apple. But anything you listen on, make sure. All right, Matt Groves is saying that he likes the sweaters. Yeah, there's a story on that too. But also, thank you, Kenny Fuller, for another whole full year. Again, it's so cool to have that theme song.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Bo
Especially
Cumberland.
made for us.
Bo Cumberland for the actual theme video that goes with the song. I mean, it's like we've got all the stuff going for us, and we love all the people that
This
we
has
work
been one
work
great
with.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, and this holiday podcast, we are in the holiday feeling. We already exchanged gifts amongst ourselves. So tonight is our annual. This is actually the 4th annual Christmas party. The other one that we had was more of a podcast party, but this one is everybody, and now this will be the second time that it's outside of the house at Gervasi Still House, and we've got a lot of fun things. Everybody who shows up tonight, there's going to be giveaways. Super Nash is brought a lot of bottles, and then also our security has brought up a special giveaway. Also, it is a barrel head. You'll get to see what it is when you get there, but it's amazing. His skills. I hope you're getting faster too. I mean, because it's like the more you do, you're just doing so many of those barrel heads and everything. So
that's his name, Barrelhead.
Barrelhead. Sounds cool. Yeah, he's Barrelhead.
See, it works.
Yeah,
it works.
See, I knew we had to come up with one. Andy's been with us, and
we haven't got a name
traveling
for it.
with us. Yeah, and so today. He's taking the place of Roxy. Roxy was going to be doing a little bit, joining in or whatever, but being under the weather. Also, Whiskey's under the weather, so we're going to have to do something later. We were going to do a huge gift exchange. It turned into a mini gift exchange, but you got to make it in this day and age. You got to make do with whatever. It's like my favorite word for I think forever is just roll. You just roll, and if something happens and you can't roll. You just got to, what the world today, you got to make do with, if I wasn't feeling good and you'd be having a party without me and she'd be running. Now, this part is easy for me. The podcast I do all the time. The hard part is going to be tonight, getting all the, the whole arrangements and the party and getting everybody there. Going there, I got a little still. I'm not used to cleaning and straightening up as much as I'm going to have to do. Usually it's a joint thing, but we'll get that done.
We'll get it.
But it just depends on how overboard we go. Today, and the goal of the holiday podcast is
go overboard.
The goal of the holiday podcast is, and Andy's going to help us with he's just going to supply us with the glasses. He's going to the Glencairns are going to be switching out. We're going to be tasting up to 8 different bourbons.
6.
6, But
Two's
you
already
might
loaded
want to
in.
taste, because we got to get our bourbon of the year in order. Now we're going to blind taste them, so you might have little taste of the Bombergers, but Bombergers is whiskey's nomination, and Roxy's is the Ocean's 29 weeded mash bill that came from Kentucky Artesian Distillery and Jefferson's Ocean. So
that
those
leaves
are
us
theirs. That leaves
the
us with the 6 in front, where we're going to come up with 3 of them, that one of each we have to have represent bourbon of the year. Even if we agree on one, you got to come up with 3 different ones, and then we're going to blind them on our bourbon of the year podcast, which will happen a little later this afternoon as a different one, and I will run that. We're going to do it live, so everybody watching live will see it, but then we'll run that podcast. This podcast is going to run today. It's our holiday podcast. It can go. But that one will run between the week of Christmas and New Year, when we announce our Scotchy Bourbon Boys Bourbon of the Year. I might even with the live at one point, when we're deciding and we actually come up with it, and it might be down to 2, we might cut the lives off and come up with it, so it's a surprise. I haven't decided, but once again, roll, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
So,
all right.
So
let's get down to it.
I mean, think about you guys first. It's a holiday podcast. You're here. We're all here in studio. I think it's, if the other, we actually have all 5 people would have been in, and it would have been a little bit more crowded. I think we could have done it.
Oh yeah.
But maybe this is just a sign, because I'm going down on Sunday morning and picking up the new bar top, and I just plan to have long. I'm going to center it, and I'm just going to screw up from the underneath and attach it right to this. So it's going to come out to here. So we're not doing that. I don't like the knees so close, and then it's going to be a little bit longer, a little bit wider, so you can fit more stuff. Right now, we're just always pushing the limit. Like, especially right now, you can see what's in front of us. And feel free to, Greg's, looking forward to seeing you too on
Absolutely.
Sunday, Greg.
We'll see you Sunday, Greg.
It should be a blast. So going forward, I just lost my train of thought. I was actually thinking, then I saw what Greg was leaving. But we're gonna sample these now. I'm gonna leave it up to you, CT, because I think you're the one who can pour the lower level. Just keep it on it. We're tasting.
All right.
We don't want to get too fried, so we can't even know where we are by 6 o'clock tonight.
Do we want to leave a little in a glass, so if we have that we can come back?
Yeah.
And that would put a lot of glasses
it's
here.
gonna be tough.
Yeah, if you have one you want to come back to, put it off to the side.
Okay.
But if you think you've got you got everything on it,
Let's start with the Bookers, and then we'll go from unless you've got a.
I was thinking we'd start lowest proof to highest proof. I mean, so of these,
Isn't the Michter's the lowest?
What's the Michter's?
It's low.
What's your 12-year Jack?
94.4.
94.4. This is a 12-year Jack is 107. Obviously that, and then these are barrel strength. What's the Rickhouse?
Good Lord, if I could read it.
It's the 108
for the dark arts.
So right now,
God, I can't even find it. It just says barrel proof. Andy, see if you can see that. It's hard to see.
Barrel head.
So far, Michter's is probably
117.8.
Oh, so
the Michter starts us off, and we did open it a little earlier, let it air. So give us a little. Now I've not tasted the Michter's 10 this year. I've heard fantastic things about it.
Yeah, you did.
Where?
At Michter's. When Nash fell out of the chair, we drank.
That was Michter's 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But it's been a while. We have not had it
since March.
So
was it March or May? That was May, wasn't it?
It may be.
It was May.
That might have been the end of April.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I believe it was the end of April. No, it was the week before my birthday. So it was near the end of May.
Did you drink out of this yet?
Because remember, I came up. I flew up.
Yeah, you got it. That's a good.
No, you're right. It was in April.
It was
for the concert.
All right, so Michter's 10, and they obviously this was a pretty tough to get bottle. I think I just got mine about a month ago on a lucky pass through Louisville, and just got lucky.
I was lucky enough to get 2. I picked up one on the way home at my favorite honey hole. And
speaking
then I
of
got the other one.
gifts,
got the other
I
one
mean,
in
if Old
Georgia.
Carter Batch 9 was from 2023, I wouldn't even.
Right.
I would just be like, "That's my pick. That's bourbon of the year." Eric Schultz is watching. Thank you, Eric. He actually, CT, is going to have a tasting of Old Uncle Nearest coming up, and I was going to ask you to see if you wanted to go. It's in January 20th.
Yeah.
Might be something to do because he's going to have them at it's a place up in Akron or whatever. We might be able to work something like that out. I can't believe it's halfway to January.
This is so good.
You know what we didn't get was any water.
What?
You talked about getting the water this morning, but
Well,
forgot about it.
Did you get any water? Do you have any water bottles upstairs I can grab?
Flavored.
No,
No, actually, I believe.
Do you have a water tank?
No, I have from the faucet. There's a little attachment.
Yeah.
So on the faucet, listen to this, Andy.
I have 2 bottles.
A water.
Oh, do you?
Okay, so grab those, and then I've got glasses right there. I should be able to get.
Yeah, because I definitely want to.
I've got the really cool
Oh,
glasses,
gosh.
but I can't reach those. So we're just gonna go
It doesn't matter.
random rocks glasses for water. Here's you got a wild turkey. That's just new.
That's the one that comes.
And then I've got the
When you go
I've
get
got
the
the
drinks,
dollar. My son's like, "Oh, you like rocks glasses?" This says 1983 vintage from the bin store.
Yeah.
So that's my water glass. So there you go. Andy's at the front door, but yeah, I like this. This has so the one thing I got to say about 2023 as far as bourbon goes, I would say it's a return to home, because there's a lot of finished bourbons out there, and all those finished bourbons are fulfilling that sweet tooth. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They add those finishes, and there's a lot of people who like those finishes add some sweetness to the whiskey, and you get so many different complicated, fantastic, pours. But bourbon itself, in my opinion, a rare breed, Booker's, everybody is returning. It's like a return to home, return to 1976 bourbon. You know what I mean? Like even the William LaRue Weller, some of the
Thanks,
other.
just take one for now.
So we don't get any. You just get one.
Would you shut up?
Yeah, it's good. And if you could, there's right around the corner. There's a Rite Aid. Get some crackers for us.
There's peanuts in my bag. There's a box of.
He's like, I got crackers. Here he goes up and gets crackers.
In that box, there's a.
What
box
did you say? Did you say peanuts?
Peanuts.
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 Yeah.
Peanut butter.
So.
Oh God. Oh, the whole place burns.
Look. Honey Crunch Peanuts.
Yeah, that's really not a palate cleanser.
No, we'll save those for later.
Yeah, that's like a palate influencer.
What was our next? So probably ready. You want to move on to the next one?
Okay, wait.
You.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely
that one has to stay for me. We need
just
that.
Push that up here. Nash, I'll just put yours there.
After I drank the water, the chocolate, drink a little bit of water and take a sip of that, and the chocolate is insane. It's Milk Duds. Just with a little bit of water left on my palate.
What did we say was the next proof?
The next proof was 107, and it was the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it was
and
Jack
then
Daniels.
Yeah, the Jack was 107. So Jack Daniels this year came out with the 10-year and the 12-year.
Had neither.
I have not had the 10-year, so I can't.
I've sent the 10-year up to you.
I didn't drink it. It's Jack Daniels.
Oh,
I can't believe that.
Oh,
It's
that's
probably
terrible.
sitting
I mean, what do you
in a
think,
bottle
everybody?
back there.
Is Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey or is it bourbon? The answer is yes, it's both.
But I'm going to tell you, they're doing some.
They're doing some.
They
great
had
stuff.
to. they started for the first time. Jim Beam was catching up to them. The bourbon industry was catching up, and they were just doing their thing. Then they came out with those awesome single barrels and those barrel proofs. But they had
amazing nose to it, caramelly.
What the shit? That wins over that.
The nose is awesome.
Yeah.
Andy,
you don't want
you can have a sip on anything.
You don't want to drink that Tennessee whiskey. Just pour it in here.
Just give me more of it.
Give me it. I will.
Have you done this yet?
Remember who I am. I'm tiny. All right, I got to give a shout out. This is the holiday. Me and Nash are dressed like twins for a reason. Even though
twin brothers, Julius.
Yes,
we are twins.
I do not mind being the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I was going to say you were Danny DeVito. You're Danny DeVito.
No, I'm not.
You are Danny DeVito.
I am not. Maybe if it's me and you, but not when it's me and Nash. Did you see how little Danny DeVito was before in the chair that he said he was going to be fine in?
Okay, on with your story.
Okay,
how did we become twins today?
Yes, Nash.
I ordered these sweaters. As everybody knows, if you belong to bourbon and whiskey groups and all that, these pop up on your Facebook, and so I ordered one.
Nash is an impulse buyer.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Just so you know.
So I ordered one.
The Chargers fired their head coach,
and they came in on Tuesday, and so I go to pull them out of the bag, and when I pull them out of the bag, there's two of them. They shipped me two of them exactly alike by mistake. So I was like, well, I can't wear two of them, so why not take one to Tiny,
his twin brother?
Yeah, which he'll wear that size, and boom. So there you have it. So. But I did not tell him to wear his this morning. I'd already planned on wearing mine. So I get down over here, and I couldn't go back and change, which he clearly could have. Went upstairs and changed, but he decided not to.
No, I'm going to wear this. I'm proud of this. This is Taylor, man.
Yeah, that's a good.
I got my chicken cock sweater.
I saved my sweater for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, my chicken cock is later, and on the bourbon, I'll wear it for that one.
Yeah, I've got another one for later too.
So, what's your feeling on the between these two at this point?
There's so much corn and maple on this one, and it's good. But I really think the taste of the
Michter's is better, but I think the nose is better on the Jack.
The nose is better on the Jack, but the taste to me is better on the Michter's.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh my God, really?
The Jack leaves a different kind of burn finish. It's not as smooth and
almost gives just a slight little bitter finish to it.
It's different. I like it, but I think got a sweet. To me, the Michter's wins over that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You agree? Okay.
Yeah.
I think everything wins over this. I think there's a Jack Daniel's. There's the corn. I like it. It's 12-year. But then there's the Jack Daniel's pepper.
Yeah.
All right, I'm turning this one in. Turn that in just drop that back into one of the. I should have drank it all.
Andy,
who didn't drink it?
I'm not going to drink it all. Dear God. What was this proof-wise?
Wait, you have to have enough in case?
I believe that was 108.
108. So
yep, that was next, yes.
So next is Dark Arts. This is Macaulay's 6.5 year. It is a straight bourbon whiskey finished with toasted
French oak.
I'm not going to say it right. French oak stage.
Yeah.
108 proof. This is batch number 2. If you're in Ohio, you're probably like, I've never seen that. I have no idea what that is. It will be coming, but it is a Kentucky thing right now. If you watch the podcast, we were down, met Macaulay. We did quite a bit of stuff with him. We actually brought back a barrel that Barrelhead has that we took and finished in a beer, and that is available as well.
You're already.
It did 2 batches in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
Hey, has it been 2 months?
2 months.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
But it was a Madeira barrel, and that's why the Madeira wine is so strong.
Yeah, I remember. I was there for that. You guys.
That was the barrel. If you watch the video, that we're picking up.
You bench press.
I didn't bench press that damn thing.
Let me ask you before we taste this and go on to this one.
What?
Since we all agreed. Can we go ahead and eliminate the Jack Daniels?
Let's take that out.
Yeah, let's take that out.
You're
So,
absolutely right.
that's what we need to do is to try to get this down.
Okay.
So the 10 is up.
So that's your goal is to get it down.
All right. So Dark Arts.
Tiny.
I mean, what Macaulay's doing is fantastic, and I absolutely love this. This is it's MGP, but Macaulay picks the MGP barrels. I mean, he goes there, picks them specifically for what he wants, and then he's finishing them. This is finished in a. It's still a bourbon. It's a French oak, but if you read the label, what kind of French oak?
I can't read that word.
Julipis.
I don't. It's J. You want me to spell it?
I skipped over it because I could.
It's Jupilles.
Jupiles. That's a forest.
Wait a minute. That's not the only word.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one is.
Then it's fleur.
Yeah.
Jupiles fleur.
Not Ju.
So Macaulay is listening to us right now, and he's like, "These absolutely mind dead.
They are just obliterating."
It's the French oak forest. I mean, he gets further into where this French oak came from. I mean, nobody does that. Everybody says French oak, and we're Americans. We just accept it. Like there's not 14 or 50, 60 different forests in France that the oak can come from, but it's just French oak.
That's one thing that he taught us and showed us.
Damn son of a bitch. God, it's so good.
Wow.
Have you drank that one?
The Jupiles fleur.
I do pick up the Jupiles.
Yeah, me too.
I did. I wasn't sure what it was, but then it hit me. It's like, that has to be Jupiles.
Yeah, don't say Jupiles because that's, Hanukkah just ended.
When I hear the Fleur, I think of Peter LaFleur.
No, I think of
Dodgeball.
Wait, yeah. But isn't it Matt LaFleur?
No, it's Peter.
Matt LaFleur is the coach of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, who cares about him? We care about Dodgeball.
I do. I care about the coach of the Packers.
Wow.
Not the Chargers, though. Yeah, you can't care about him anymore. He's not the coach anymore. It's breaking news, everybody. It happened just while we were here on this podcast. I don't get to break any NFL news.
I'm undecided between that and the 10.
Undecided, huh?
126. And what was our next? So we know Elijah Craig's 132 or 3.
And that's 118.
118.
Yeah, so this has got to be next.
Yep. Damn. Putting it up against, that just blows. Just Macaulay. Jack Daniel's 12 year. It doesn't even, you can't say that it's even in the same class.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Russell's bottle that we have is they did 2 releases this year. The second one was Rickhouse Camp Nelson F. And according to Jimmy and several others, this was one of the best bottles they've ever put out.
And according to, isn't it Greg, that it's now torn down?
Because it was falling down.
And you're going to see.
They pulled the barrels out. This is one of they pulled out of the barrels they pulled out of this Rickhouse to put elsewhere. And they basically bottled it. And it's not going to be available anymore. Any of the transferred bottles are from a different Rickhouse now. They've been double ricked.
If you see, Jimmy signed the bottle.
Yeah.
And I know most people are like, "Oh man, they signed it. I'm never going to open it." Open the bottle. I don't get. It's great that he signed it.
Did the J not?
I smudged it. Don't worry.
When
I picked it
not
back
now,
up,
right?
when I took it from Jimmy's hand.
Did Jimmy's eyes get all big?
He did.
What the shit?
You know what Jimmy says? I hope you're gonna drink it.
Well, the other thing is, okay, so Jimmy, we are, and hopefully
thank you, Jimmy.
We're coming to see Jimmy between 11:30 and 12:30 at Wild Turkey on Sunday, because Greg threw the invitation out for us, and it's crazy.
Oh, here you go. Sorry.
Well, yeah, that's a pour. Look at Barrelhead's right there.
Barrelhead's like, fill her up.
Well, I really think you do realize that if we make a movie, it's going to be called Barrelhead. That's what we're gonna call this. Oh, I get one now. I was gonna reach for that one, and I don't know why.
You were going to take my dark arts.
Oh man, the nose.
Wow.
Now I'm a huge Russell's fan. I love.
Yeah, this is a
Single barrel
turkey.
stuff. This
That's
is-
a turkey
me
nose.
too.
This is the sweetness of a.
You
turkey.
know I love Russell's 13. What's
Man.
the age on this Rickhouse?
Man, you're gonna ask me to read this fine damn print again. I'm gonna have to hand it over to Barrelhead because I can't read shit on this label.
I got my readers here.
I mean, I don't see a.
Yeah, he's got better light over there too.
All
I
right.
don't just here's a cheers, you guys. We're drinking this fantastic bourbon
This is
on a Friday at 12:30 in the Scotchy Bourbon Boys studios for the holiday. And I mean, good friends. I mean, the only thing that's bad is we're missing a few, but this is what bourbon's about. It's not the bourbons, it's bourbon. It's the friendship, and I just keep telling everybody.
I didn't think it did. Doesn't say.
It doesn't say how old it is,
Jimmy didn't want us to know.
so it's 2. We have to just.
But I'm
assume
gonna
it's
just
2.
tell you that nose is like you could just sit there and keep your nose in it. It's so.
It smells like a sweet bourbon. Like I'm looking for. I'm hoping to put. There might. You know what? It's telling me maybe there's some cherry in this one. That cherry flavor.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That dark tart cherry does come in on the finish.
10 years. Okay.
Because. Okay, so my first taste of this is really effed in the fact that it's the most neutral, balanced flavor bourbon. So all the flavors are there, but not one stood out until the little bit of cherry that's happening on the finish.
That's
I get the
where I'm
cherry
getting
at
the
the
cherry
beginning.
on.
But
I get a little at the beginning too.
But everything that's happening, there's char, there's pepper, there's caramel, there's a little bit of it's now I would have to say the body's lacking a little because
I'm getting
I
a
think
full
it really coats the palate.
Yeah, I'm getting a full mouthfeel.
So like compared to what we just drank where the French oak kind of overtook the drink.
Mm-hmm.
This
the
does not
toasted
do that.
sweetness.
No. This is like, oh my god, I can taste the oak. I can taste the cherry.
Once again,
I can taste the vanilla. I can taste the caramel.
The vanilla comes through on that second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need 2-3 more pours of that to figure out if I'm just.
You got your checkbook ready?
Yeah, there you go.
I think that'll cover a ride back to Springfield.
Right?
That's right.
Son of a bitch, the Uber's expensive. Barrelhead, what the hell's wrong with you? Wow.
He is protecting me. There it was. It's like, yeah.
Wow, the finish off this last drink. Wow.
Yeah. That's
guys,
all I can say.
That's special.
That's
special.
That's even better than master blends.
Yeah, that's special.
Yeah.
I agree with what Jimmy said on that one.
That's a damn good bottle.
I would say if there's any aspect,
that finish is killer.
But for
like you don't want to drink water to cleanse your palate.
I know. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
want it to like. I don't want it to go.
I don't want to go to the next bottle now.
What cereal is that one going on?
Oh, I want to watch that right here.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Lucky Charms and Brick House. Yeah,
that's happening.
Why is there someone at my front door?
Delivery.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's whiskey.
God, he's
feeling
coming.
better.
He's
feeling better.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
He's on a ventilator.
Stacy Major is watching.
All right.
Hey, Stacy.
Stacy.
Super Nash tells me all about the deals that
Yeah.
you guys get. I look forward to coming down. to South Carolina, and
he'll be
meeting
down in
you. Yeah.
February, and I hope to bring him by and meet you, Stacy.
Okay.
Merry
Guys,
Christmas to you, Stacy.
Yeah.
As much as I want to stay there in the
I
single
would
rich
say-
house world, we got to move on.
I
We
would
got to
say
move on,
that
so,
is
yeah.
a forerunner,
Yeah, that's
but it's not. We're only picking 3.
We got to pick.
So
3
right
of
now,
these, so.
you know what I mean. It's up there, but it's not the one. And when we blind this shit, it's going to be fun because we definitely have pre-fucking conceived notions in our brain.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what the cost of that bottle was.
we have those. We do not.
We all know. Oh yeah, right.
You have
CT. I can't wait.
Hey, wait a minute! I paid for it. I had definitely.
Yes,
preconceived
you-
notions about it.
And it should. I will say that it every bit delivered. Right.
That's-
Let's
yeah,
just say
fantastic.
it delivered. You know,
If you were ever going to pay $300 for retail, not
A package
secondary,
has been left at the front door. Go get
But,
that. Go get that bottle of Pappy that I sent up, and let's open that bad boy up.
I may not come back down though.
he got abducted at the door,
Yeah, oops.
and now I got to get an Uber back to Springfield.
Yeah.
no.
I figured what better bottle
We got
of
Roxy.
entry than a
Roxy's
Pappy
hitting the
23
door.
for
Yep, I heard her
Oh.
open that door. That
she had
package is coming.
She had something she needed.
She's the person at the front door now.
Yeah. You're gonna have to move your phone over because we're gonna need that
So
bottle.
this is Booker's.
No.
This is so
Yes.
for everybody
Yes.
watching. Booker's
This
had
is
four-
our-
This is
This
four
is our
batches.
Bookers of the
There we
Year.
go.
The Scotchy
Yeah.
Bourbon Boys Bookers of the Year was between the last 2 batches, 3 and 4. If you want, I actually have the card. It's a little bit easier.
We don't need to read the history.
No, I
of it.
mean, but they had
we
four.
we did it in a blind between the 4 batches.
What?
Glass.
Oh, it's getting ready to tip.
Ooh.
So the
Oh,
4 batches
flips
they
off.
did this year actually
See, you got me.
pretty solid all the way across the board.
It's our
This was
whiskey
batch
guard.
3. It came in at 126.6 proof.
Yep.
And it was the Mighty Fine batch. Of the batches this year for me, I have not had this batch. I have the other 3. I did
Now
not
the
get this one.
storyteller
Oh wow.
was up there, and we had the blind storyteller up,
Which was batch 4.
which was
Yeah,
batch 4
batch
up
4,
against this.
yeah.
I had storyteller, which was a sweeter bourbon. He had the Mighty Fine batch in the initial. Then
Yeah.
because we picked 2 different, we blinded them again.
Yeah, we had.
And then he picks the
again.
Mighty Fine batch off of it, and I picked the Mighty Fine batch, and
Yeah.
that's how. Then he tells me, this fucker. He tells me that I'm gonna, for the bourbon of the year, I'm going with storyteller. I'm like,
Cheers.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
How
I
can you
was
go
like-
with storyteller? You can't go with
Well, I
storyteller.
like them
we
both,
made,
but
yeah, but we made you made Bookers of the Year. If you
Yeah.
would have just picked storyteller, it
Like
would have been
he
done.
wanted.
But it's like it's got to be our Bookers of the Year. So
Yeah.
But I think that people out there, I hear people talk about Bookers and they're like, I don't think it's worth $99. Well, let me tell you, for what they're putting out there for $99, especially in today's market,
oh yeah.
they could have easily changed the price point of this to $129
Mm-hmm.
because there is stuff out there for $99 that is not as good and
yeah.
is not as presentable, which not everything's about presentation, but the box is cool. A lot of people use the box in their home bars to put their bitters and things in. But this year, they definitely took the game up on
Yeah.
Bookers. I think
Yeah.
they definitely have had good batches year after year. There's like, that batch was good. But this year, it was pretty
Mighty
solid.
Fine.
And
When you
well,
read
hold on,
about
hold on.
this,
Hold on. Case in point of what you're talking about. Last year, which they only came out with three batches, and that was Booker's point. He said they're
Fred's.
not ready. Fred.
Fred's.
I mean, yeah, and that's what Fred
Booker
was
didn't
talking-
say
yeah,
that from heaven.
Yeah, that's what
He
Fred
did.
would. That's
If
what
those
that's
have
what Booker
stories.
told Fred. In his head.
Now,
So that's what Fred was talking about, and as he was tasting them. And,
I mean, if they
that's
come
why
out
they
with
didn't
batch
come out with the
5,
4.
no.
It was like, it's not ready. So
Did
we're
you-
not
and I
going to
can
release the
appreciate
batch
that.
4.
Did you retouch
So they stopped at 3.
the first batch of 2024, the Springfield batch?
I was just going to say, this year, did you know that? Barrelhead.
We need that.
Barrelhead. Next year, we have a batch
The
of
first
Springfield batch.
Named
Yeah.
after Springfield.
I mean, That's going to be the best damn batch.
And I'll just throw this out to Fred and Sandy and Freddie that at one point we're gonna get to know you so well you're gonna do a CT batch.
Yeah, and in the Springfield batch, you get that. You get me enough of that, and I'll sell every daggone bottle they got.
I don't think they have a problem selling Bookers. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But this batch is the Mighty Fine batch. It is what Booker always described, as Fred said, when he tasted something he'd say and that he liked, he'd say, he'd ask you the question, that's a Mighty Fine batch, don't you think? And when he said that's Mighty Fine, Fred knew that was his stamp of approval. And in this case, he feels that it would be, and I have to say, all 4 Bookers were fantastic this year. In the past, like your palate, sometimes you don't align with everything, but there's been some. What the shit?
What's Barrelhead?
Oh no, it was a definite it was an Adam Sandler movie moment right there. There's no doubt. It's just like all he had to do is take his shirt off and it would have just been right there. Yeah, just anyways, so this is a Mighty Fine batch. We thought it was a Mighty Fine batch, but I think this goes up against Bookers of the past. What Freddie and Fred are doing and they are doing with this whiskey. I don't see how this is in this day and age. This is not worth $99. I mean,
it's absolutely.
I mean, $115 at the distillery, still worth it.
Yeah,
you get the box. It's like if you love bourbon for it's not something that you have to actually pay attention to when it comes because it'll be sold out if you don't. If you're not available for the release, you got to really kind of look around. You still can get it for the right. People pick it up, but at the same time. Those 4 batches, you got it. So it's exactly what bourbon should be. You can get it, but it's not easy to get. It's packaged beautifully. And then it tastes fantastic. It's barrel strength. It's the original barrel strength, right?
You can give them those 2.
Okay. It's the original barrel strength bourbon. It is uncut, unfiltered. It's what comes out. Now, if there's anything anybody needs to know about this, one last thing, is that water, when Booker was making this, was supposed to open it up. You were supposed to batch it down. You were supposed to, they didn't think we would all be drinking this at the proofs we're drinking. Yeah. They thought we would add our water. So anybody who says $99 is too much, well, guess what? If you proof it from 120 down to 100, you're getting 100. You're getting probably 125 milliliters. So it's what you're supposed to do. Most people don't know that. So, cheers. I'm going to try that.
I'm turning my box into a smoker for my drinks.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. And I've seen that before too. And that's so cool.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard when we get down to these 4.
With my electric smoker.
Guys, I'm telling you, these 4.
So this is exactly what I remember. So Matt Lyons asked, and if we bring something to the Christmas party, once again, bring what you want.
Hey, Matt,
nothing required.
Bring Liqueur 43 so you can add it to everything.
Yeah, but bring a full unopened bottle so that Mike can use it. He'll use it for everything. Yeah, that's your. He said that on Facebook Messenger, but I'll message you Liqueur 46 and then
43.
What's up, Leland?
Cheers, brother. Leland, good to see you. Yeah. He's out of Columbus. He's in your area. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be down in Columbus. Hopefully, we'll have to see what's happening. I got to message Ryan because he said he's trying to make it work. And then I asked him, I saw it. So we're going to see if we can get into Middle West.
All
tomorrow.
Right.
So
moving right along.
He says cheers.
We need that.
Oh, whatever.
Craig.
Really?
I need your,
Are you moving us along?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Can I have that bottle, please?
So this Elijah Craig came from
batch C923.
This came from, and I'm going to do a shout out to Matt Mayhair because he lost his mind when he tasted this at the festival, and that's why I have this.
And a shout out to our wives because we were so busy podcasting and interviewing at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival that our wives actually went and stood in line and picked the bottles up for us.
So Leland Wright is in Springfield. CT.
All right, dude.
So CT's in
What's up?
Springfield too.
So
So
is Barrelhead.
So is Barrelhead. And so you guys got to get together.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Leland, our newest barrel pick, when it comes out, the release party is going to happen at the Meadows.
Yep.
The Meadows.
They're on 40.
Are you just trying to kill me? I mean, this is an ounce. I'm like, I cannot drink an ounce. This is 130 what proof?
33. Are you
131.
do you have a mangina?
Proof.
Yeah, at this point.
Tiny has a mangina. Tiny has a mangina.
Anyways. So
Cheers.
and it'll be available
We're about to
for
do
purchase
some
there,
elimination.
Leland. So when we find out when that Elijah Craig, and this is Elijah Craig C923, but when we find out when our pick goes there, he's laughing his ass off. You got to show up at the Meadows so we can actually meet in person again. You're in Springfield, and then pick up a bottle. Yeah, we will let me know. So here we go.
The
C923.
So C923, so everybody knows, Whiskey Advocate, Bourbon of the Year. It has won already 2 or 3 highly accoladed groups.
If I was going to post this on Facebook, I'd put the little wet emoji that goes right with it.
Wet
Do you ever see the little wet emoji?
Yeah.
On
C923 wet emoji.
What website are you on?
Facebook.
I'm not allowed to go on those websites.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Is that only something?
No, it's Facebook. There it is. Put it on the on this one too. You gotta come around. Yeah. Put it there. There we go. We got the wet emoji. There we go. See? Barrelhead's got it. I don't know if it's gonna be Barrelhead, man. Don't put that wet emoji after Barrelhead.
So definitely the hottest. This bottle, which I've drank, it definitely drinks hot. It always has. It's good, but it's there. I mean, it has that.
I've found if you let this sit a little bit. Yeah. This is one if you let sit a little bit and while you're drinking it and sipping on it. Yeah. But it is so full of flavor.
What? Look at your comment on Leland. He's talking to you direct now.
Heck yeah. Oh. I don't know what the drops are. What do I look like?
Don't let him
Leland, if you want to hang with CT, it's down on a Friday.
We're
going to be at Mother Stewart's drinking some bourbon and beer and, But to be in the club, I'm just going to tell you, you have to drink E.H. Taylor over Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, God.
If you don't do that, you're not in the club.
Just so you know, Leland...
You're not in the club yet, Barrelhead. You haven't even...
You've been hanging with the man and you're not even in the club.
Just so you know...
He was scared.
Just so you know, before we leave tomorrow, breakfast is here, and it's going to consist of bourbon and cereal. It will, before we all go down to Columbus.
Old Carter 9.
Oh, Old Carter 9? And Rice Krispies?
And Rice Krispies.
Fuck you, Paul. No!
I didn't have your back on that one, did I?
No, let's just drink Old Carter 9.
Says I'll do whatever.
We'll leave the Rice Krispies the fuck out of it, all right?
Listen.
What did Rice Krispies ever do to us?
Yeah, it's going to fuck my...
Sugar Smacks and your Old Carter.
No. The next one that I'm doing, No. The one I'm going to do is Kellogg's Corn Pops with our pick.
You got.
That is happening. I will come down at the Meadows, and then we're going to your house, and I want Rachel there. I want Rachel there. I will do that with our pick. I
swear, as much honey flavor as in our pick, that will taste. That will change the flavor into Sugar Smacks.
So it'll stimulate you.
Stimulate? What are you, the coach from Waterboy?
Yes, that's what he was doing. I just said all he has to do is take his shirt off.
It's nice on this side. I can do anything.
It's not on the camera. It's still recording, right? I see that it's working.
I'm going to tell you.
Back to the subject here. What do you think?
Freaking delicious.
It's delicious, but I think the Bookers, it's close.
I know.
We got to get 3.
Are we out of this one?
Yeah, I think the Dark Arts is out.
I like it, but no
I
way.
like it.
But of these three, man, it's to me it's between these two.
Wait a second.
I didn't try.
I'm
Which one?
going with the
You
10-year.
didn't get this?
I'm going with the 10-year.
I think the Booker's was not in the same category as these three.
Yeah,
I'm there too.
I don't know.
After I
yeah.
See, it's too. See, for me,
I
Elijah
think
Craig is
the
too peppery.
the Rick House is in there.
It's better than most Elijah Craig's for me. I like it.
Oh,
But I
guess.
do not like the
like-
black pepper, and it finishes black pepper like all day long. No, fuck you. Yeah, it's like let's talk about what you got. You got a mangina that a dog
Now,
is licking.
wait a minute. The thing about this is that nobody says the rules have to be set in stone.
No,
there are no.
So if we are if we're stuck on these 4, we can have a 6-bottle lineup for the blind.
well, no. I get to pick
Look
one.
at Katzenware.
Yeah, there you go. It's like now you're fucking right there.
Oh no, that's not Katzenware.
I can't. No, that's
That's
Hawk.
AJ Hawk.
Oh my god! Plus, he's gonna give me.
and he's playing the part too.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
man, I love you, man.
Listen,
Anyway,
your eyes
I
aren't
can't
spread far
put
enough
the-
apart to
Right?
be-
Do you understand? I can't put that on. It would be.
I've ordered this to 3 games at the shoe.
Have you ever seen the skit
And he
with Chris
signed it
Farley
at the
when he
shoe.
puts on the coat
Mm-mm.
and he rips the coat?
We need to get AJ Hawk
Chris
on.
Farley on Saturday
Oh,
Night Live.
Let's get AJ Hawk on this
Yeah.
podcast. I mean, he's on
Yeah.
Pat McPhee all the time.
Let me talk to my sister-in-law.
She knows him. With having AJ on, I would even love
can
to
set that over
sponsor
there.
his
That was the
bourbon.
Dark
I mean, AJ's awesome.
So you were
So-
saying no.
So no. We all get a vote for the 3. If I can pick whatever I want, you can pick whatever you want, and he picks what he wants.
Okay.
And if it's whatever,
Let's pick
if
then.
okay. So if someone picks the Elijah Craig,
I'll pick first.
you pick.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll go right to left.
No,
Yeah.
Youngest to
No,
oldest.
no.
Yeah,
I'm picking
youngest
first.
to oldest.
You-
I'm picking first because
Youngest to
I'm
oldest.
tiny.
Okay, let's let Jeff pick first.
Oh, he's in charge. He gets to run things.
Yeah.
Let him. Pick.
Okay,
Let him pick.
okay.
What three-
okay.
Let him pick so we don't.
What
hurt his
3 are you
feelings.
Don't Xavier me.
What 3 are you picking? What 3 are you picking here?
No, I'm picking one. You pick one. He picks one. There's no 3.
Oh,
It's not like it's a fucking vote.
Okay, go ahead.
You get your pick. And I'm going to make this really hard for you guys because
You fucker.
my pick is this. Now, you guys pick if you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we forgot. Okay, we're good.
What'd you
Okay.
forget?
We're good. We're
No,
good.
we're good.
We're good with that.
Wait.
We're good with that. We're good. Okay. All right. It's my pick.
Yeah.
I'm picking Michter's 10-year for my pick.
Yeah, so is
So
it?
Nash picks the Michter's.
Don't think Andy's not picking.
What? Oh, hey,
What?
No.
Wait, let us.
Are you
finish
saying?
this.
Are you saying
Let us
Barrelhead is?
Not part of this after you made him
What?
part of this?
He's
What?
earning it for next year.
Okay,
What?
okay, it's your time. What are you picking?
You know what? Because everybody else has picked Elijah Craig for this year, and you took that Booker's over those 2 bottles. I mean, I'm taking the Rick House because this is a hell of a bottle. It's better than that bottle.
No.
And Super Nash
So,
is calling it
95,
audible.
I just put
Super Nash is calling it audible.
Now, I would have picked if I was to pick.
In comes Barrelhead for the final pick.
No. We're not doing 6. It's 5. We got it down to the 5. But I will tell you this.
He said the rules weren't set.
I would have picked
And now
initially
it's
if I didn't get to pick first, because that would have been a whole different fucking ball game. But because I would have picked the Michter's 10 because I'm leaving the Rick House to you. I knew you were going to pick the Rick House. I like the Rick House. But I'm just telling you, I love Booker's.
I know you do.
And I like Elijah Craig. We did a pick for Elijah Craig, but there's a peppery aspect of it. This eliminates 90% of the pepper. But I get pepper on the finish and sweetness on the Booker's. That's why the Booker's made it before the Elijah Craig C923.
That's why I think
In my
you should
opinion.
put the Elijah Craig in, because I don't think you could tell you doing a blind.
I think in a blind that we should.
I think in a blind between the Elijah Craig and the Booker's, I don't think you can tell the difference.
Hey, Andy.
Wait a minute, Barrelhead. What are you talking about?
Barrelhead. No. We're not going to do C923. You can pick. You can be your wild card Barrelhead. I don't give it. There's no rules. You pick whatever bottle you want to put in. You could put a chicken cock in. You could put in CYPB. You could put in whatever the hell you want, whatever you've seen, whatever you think. You don't have to pick the Elijah Craig.
Wait,
but it can.
I know where you're going. He said batch 9.
If you put that in, I guarantee you when we're tasting it.
Wait a minute, it's not from this year though.
Yeah, it's not from this year though.
Yeah, it's got to be something from this. It would win.
Work.
That old Carter batch 9 would freaking win.
All right. Well, we're going with what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're not allowing the Elijah Craig in as just part of the blind.
All right, here we'll put it to a vote between the three of us.
Because
or the 4 of us. Do you want to allow it in the blind?
In the blind,
so we're gonna. You want to take us to 6?
I would like to see. I would like to
go to
see it in
6.
the blind.
6.
I would like to see what it does.
And what do you want to do?
I'd like to go 6 too in the blind.
I like sex too.
So
So I'm overruled. So the Elijah Craig's going in. I mean, we did this to take it down to from how many?
8 to 5. So we did good. We went to 6.
So we have 6 to taste in the blind.
Yep.
And we didn't even taste the Bomb Burgers and the Ocean. So that's going to be. You've never tasted that weeded, have you?
I have not had this, but I've had this. So.
I've not had either.
Let's go have lunch and then we'll come back and.
Hold on.
I've never tasted.
Thanks everybody on Facebook for watching.
Yeah.
We got to finish it up. I've got a way to do that. Let's see. Pull up.
Oh, we don't need any more.
Pull that up. Yeah.
We just got to wash all these now.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for
don't have to watch
tuning in to YouTube
honestly.
and to Facebook Live.
Yep.
To helping us narrow down these bottles to our bourbon of the year pick for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
All right, now it's time. You're gonna alternate with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say what it is, and then you're gonna say. We'll alternate back and forth the statements. I will give a pause, and then you go in. All right? Because you always overtalk, so we're gonna do this like we know what the hell we're doing
all the time.
You
overtalk. No.
Jump in.
No.
Talk too much.
No. The rest of the podcast, you can jump in anytime, overtalk over me. We're talking about the end when I'm trying to. I've got this shit down, and all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, check us out here and check us," and it's like I'm not even talking about that. So I will give you the lead, and then I'll pause, and then you go. All right.
All right. Here we go.
www.Scotchy Bourbon Boys for all Scotchy Bourbon Boys things. Follow us on
YouTube, Facebook,
Instagram,
and TikTok,
and Apple.
No.
X.
And then follow us on all the major podcast formats.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, Siri, Alexa, Apple Music.
And remember, good bourbon equals
good friends.
Oh, good times.
And remember to
live life.
No. Drink
responsibly.
Don't drink and drive.
And live your life dangerously.
And little Steve-O's going to take us out.
There you go.
Right.
We did that with some sort.
That was
so Caravaggio is joining us, man. DeSantis Isabel. I mean, he is like he follows us. Caravaggio, where are you from?
Yeah.
Exactly. Where are you from?
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, no, that's why.
Oh, boy.
That's why. For
Yeah, I feel like it was an insult if you put C923 and then you
I'll
put
tell you
Bomber
we must die.
It's gotta be in there.
Gotta be.
It's gotta be.
I'll tell you.
It's peppery.
It's delicious.
See, he's
I gave it a vote. I'm not fucking. You're like, did I give it a vote? Is it in it? Now you guys are bitching still. Just stop crying.
I'm on my 10th bottle.
Of what?
Peppery.
C923. You are not 100.
it hurts.
Did you even get one?
Yeah.
It burns
Okay.
my
Oh, yeah.
palate.
It
It
hurts.
doesn't burn my palate. It is pepper. I'm
It
not a
hurts
huge
mine.
fan of
I
those barrel
I
proofs.
don't like pepper.
Suck a dick.
I don't.
I didn't-
We're
don't
still
eat
live, motherfuckers.
I don't eat Mexican.
I donated
It
mine to
burns my
Salvation Army.
asshole.
You know, this is exactly what we're talking about. Your palate's your palate. I like lobster.
Sweetly.
You don't like a lot of things that most people like.
Listen.
He likes me. I mean, I know a lot
Yeah.
of people don't like
No,
me.
I'm
but-
talking about food-wise.
Wait a minute. I like a lot of foods.
Yeah, but there's a lot you don't that
I
most
like you,
people
Ty.
like.
I don't like tomatoes, onions, and lettuce because they taste like shit.
What about ketchup?
I like ketchup. It's not tomatoes.
I will say,
Okay.
I
It
don't-
is not a tomato. It's literally
It's like
all
8
kinds of other
billion
shit.
tomatoes. I mean, that's like the major reason why people grow tomatoes is to make ketchup.
I like the way you
Aaron
flex on
Kunkel
that
just
E.H.
jumped in here
Taylor
at the
What's
last
up,
minute.
Aaron?
Right when we were fixing to get out of here.
Aaron will be back on around 2:00 to
Yeah.
do the
The tasting
blind.
to figure out which one of these 6 is going to be our bourbon of the year.
And you could just stop down. I don't think you're that far away.
Yeah, he's got his company Christmas party tonight. He is bummed. He was
Hey,
supposed to be here with
Aaron,
Casey.
actually, I'm fixing to call up your boss man
Cancel that party.
and cancel that party.
All right.
Hey, I heard.
So what's
heard
the order of these?
Aaron and
What-
a few
one
other
through-
guys have
You
COVID.
didn't
And they're
get
coming
mine.
to your party tonight. I think you should cancel it.
What is going on?
Someone's at the front door. That's my note. Of the 5, let's go in order. What was the first one that we tasted?
What?
The
Michter's.
10.
Michter's.
Michter's.
All right, I gotta drink that.
You just spit half of it out across.
Was there a hole in my mouth?
Yeah.
Second?
Single
Single. Rick House.
Oh, I gotta drink that.
Booker's
Booker.
No, this was Macaulay's.
Oh yeah, McCall.
Take that one over.
and then Booker's.
Then Booker's.
I'm really wasting.
And then Elijah Gregg.
That just tells you.
Are you not drinking those?
I won't survive. We have to go get lunch.
All right.
I'm building the episode, and then we're going to stop on Facebook. When we come back, we got to clean up, and we're not going to. We'll have the 6 bottles on one. What was that? Okay, the 6 bottles, and then what we will do is he's going to pour
Yeah, blindly.
the 6 blinds. Yeah, it's fucking baby shit. That's insane. Thank you. I got 2 things down there that the world never sees. I mean, an old Carter number 9, really?
Hey.
Really, Nash?
Yeah.
You fucking went to Bourbon Claws.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that
If Christy's watching, and Mark.
it's fantastic.
Yep. Hey, Christy, Mark. And Greg had to tune out, so
Oh, yep.
yeah.
All right.
Hold
Well,
on. I'm
let's-
still building the episode. Then I'm gonna do Facebook off,
You're gonna
YouTube
Facebook
off, and we
off.
can go. We'll tune it out. We're still on Facebook. Just have fun. You
Hey,
look
we-
like you're like tight.
we're ready to be done. What are you waiting on?
What? I gotta wait till this gets actually saved and built, and then that's when I turn it off. I make sure that we leave with the audio, so I
Boom.
don't fuck. There we go. That's been
All
done.
right.
That can come off. All right, a package has been delivered. All right, I'm
Why you
gonna
got so
take
many
us off
packages
Facebook
being
down
delivered?
here.
What the hell is this?
What?
Kind of.
Bourbon
Christmas.
Santa still delivering
Yeah,
things
I
upstairs.
don't know. I'm wondering if it's bourbon anymore.
No.
All right, over
Uh-uh. It's she's been laid up there in the beds. Amazon. Amazon.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's-
Amazon.
yeah.
Order.
Fuck
Or-
yeah,
or
I want to
DoorDash.
spend more money.
DoorDash.
Stop.
Jeff's gonna let me lay up here.
All right, we're off Facebook. Now you guys file out and I'll get us off YouTube.
Oh, what glasses need washed, Andy?
All the ones in the boxes.
Wow.
All right.
Holy shit.
That's all.
I mean,
Well, we need
Here's
another
one.
box for all these.
Bring all your dirty glasses. Bring the
Those
dirty
are so
water
good.
glasses.
These are
Might as
not.
well bring the dirty water glasses.
dirty water? Is that
Dirty
what
water.
what you call his water?
That's my brand.
Did I have one setting up
gonna
underneath
blow.
the shelf there? Oh, those two little
Tasters?
those two little tasters are dirty from last night.
No, I got those.
Okay.
I'll blow the candle out.
Yes. Do not leave.
I'm gonna turn off this speaker for now.
Yeah. Save the power.
Oh wait, I gotta do the Facebook, the YouTube speakers. Wait, I gotta get us off.
YouTube.
Good night. Good night.
I know.